Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. Dion Lewis, the first carry for the ex-Patriot. And his first carry, he loses the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Off the toss, Lewis. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackled that time by Jerome Baker out of Ohio State.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mariota being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mariota on 1st down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Cameron Wake in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, Mariota escapes the sack and able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
3rd and long here for Mariota. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The rookie Minka Fitzpatrick with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run. Play action. It's Tannehill. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. From his goal line here, Tannehill. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
Let's go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. He's going to run, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Dolphins. Here's Matt Hawk now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a toss play to Lewis. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Mariota to throw it this time. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
This is Lewis. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's Mariota. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to him up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And Suckup will put this one right through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle, come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the 2nd drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, 20.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Tannehill on 1st down. Catch made right side by Wilson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go.
Following the interception here, Mariota. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On 2nd down, Mariota again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Looking deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 20, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. These Dolphins last year, Charles, 6-10 under second-year coach Adam Gase, a regression from their playoff run in 2016. But this once-proud franchise, they haven't won a playoff game since the 2000 season.
Yeah, think about it this way. 2 years under head coach Adam Gase, a little bit of a yo-yo. Playoffs his first year, not close his second year. They need to get back to competing for a playoff spot this season. How so? More consistent.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Danny Amendola, his first touchdown as a Miami Dolphin. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that well. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also, they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He couldn't hook up with Amendola there, and that'll bring up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, 20.
Here's Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Amendola, the intended receiver. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Final play of the half here. Mariota escaping the pressure right. Finding room inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed they will keep possession of the ball. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead, now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Mariota will need a big play after the sack as the Titans come up 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. 2 sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. On 1st down, Drake. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw on second down is Tannehill. It's caught. Stills right side. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So
and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Frank Gore taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are in for 6. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they can hold him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. William Hayes able to get in and run him down for what will be a loss of 15 yards. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 3rd down, Mariota looking deep here for Dion Lewis. And that one incomplete. Had some position, but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at about the 32.
20.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. And that's incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and now it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. Here's Jackson. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
A first down throw for Mariota. Smith catches left side. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mariota. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is not. The Titans on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. The Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Lewis. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, Mariota. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 12 more yards there and another first down. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They try again with Lewis. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looked like the Titans were able to recover, and indeed, they will keep possession of the ball. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off play action, Tannehill. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Time for a break. Here's Matt Hawk now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? We're back to see what happens after this. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't...
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 37 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. Now here's Suckup out to kick it away.